Okay, what do we have next?
We will talk about the tiger situation in India next. So, this is a report from the Mongabe, which says India's tiger numbers are rising. Protecting their pathways is next. It reads India has made progress conserving Bengal tigers, but must accommodate growing populations dispersing from protected habitats into human dominated areas amid rising poaching and ongoing forest destruction. Protected forest corridors are essential for genetic exchange between isolated tiger population, preventing inbreeding. This is again, we have spoken multiple times about this, why inbreeding is dangerous for genetic diversity and for the entire species. Sometimes India has built more mitigation structures than any other Asian country, including the world's 10 largest wildlife underpasses and overpasses. The Teen Pani underpass beneath Highway 72 in Rajaji Tiger Reserve exemplifies this conservation strategy, safely allowing wildlife from mice to elephants to pass through. T8, a Bengal tiger relocated from Corbett Tiger Reserve in May 2005, uses these passages to roam extensively across the landscape. The modern expressway demonstrates India's commitment to balancing infrastructure development with wildlife conservation needs. So, again, we spoke about this. You can go watch our last episode to see why these kinds of underpasses and you know overpasses is very important, and how governments are prioritizing these things. But what I wanted to also make a comment on is that we haven't been able to solve the poaching problem yet. I know Africa has managed to solve the ivory poaching problem largely. There is a very tiny market for ivory as well, and I think it was a two-pronged approach of the world agreeing that like Africa took their necessary measures to curb hunting and poaching, but also the world said that no to ivory, even for imports, and that is the way it was done. But now the market is not regulated. We are trying to stop poaching, but as long as the market is there, there will be people, you know, going after these big cats.
Yeah, but the poaching for a lot of animals now in Africa, India, and other places are happening primarily because they believe that a lot of the teeth and the nails and other kind of things are useful in Chinese medicine. A lot of this is being propagated by China. Even shark
Hmm.
finning soup is something that is propagated more from China. So if
Hmm.
that country can change its demand, and that country can change its outlook towards nature and wildlife, then I think this problem can be solved. So the root cause lies within one country, more or less, like the majority of it. So if Chinese people and China in general can be more empathetic towards animals, I think everything would be better.
Yeah, I think that is one definitely a big way. Traditional medicine, they are used in traditional medicines, but also I don't think it's only China that would be importing it, because there are traditional medicine shops all over the world. So if the countries except China that are importing these teeth and nails and skin and whatnot, they say no, that we are not importing these things, then I think that also can make a difference. So just wanted to mention that as well. The article has some surprisingly great images, and I wanted to share them as well. So, as the article said, as the summary said, mice to elephants, everyone is using them. So these underpasses mean that everyone is safely using that passage, and I think that is this is the strategy India is sort of excelling at. I think there is some commitment there. but also I think this is the strategy that we'll have to follow as long as our population keeps growing, right? We'll have to make these spaces, um, you know, habitable for both humans and animals. And I think animals, if given that space, that separate route, they will prefer to take that route. They will generally not come in human habitats if unless motivated by food or something like that. So I think here you can see like all this map has all the tiger reserve boundaries in the green, the state boundaries, the waters in blue, and the forests in the light yellow ochre. So there is a lot of forest cover. There is a lot of forest cover. There are a lot of tiger reserves, but again, as the tiger population is growing and exploding, rather, um, it's crucial that these.
I still think there could be better forest cover. Like I understand, okay, Rajasthan not possible, but other
Mm,
places definitely can have more forest cover. Like there's a lot of white in between the green. Like the greenest part is actually Northeast India,
mm,
and that is only because primarily there's no attention given to those countries and there's no
mm,
development, which is why it's still green. Every other place, especially if you see from the MP to the Western Ghats, there isn't a
mm,
lot of forest cover, so there isn't a lot of space for them to walk through, right? If they have to reach the Western Ghats, there's just sparse forest corridors like in Andhra and then Tamil Nadu, and then that is the only way they can take. There is no other
mm,
cross connectivity via Maharashtra and other places which you can see in the map.
mm.
So that is sad. Like like there will be fragmented population because in areas in the middle there's just like concentration of forests. So you don't want concentration; you want it to be spread across.
I think the Western Ghats is a connected patch of forest. They have a connected patch of forest. The Western Ghats.
Yeah,
Um,
and the MP side, is
yeah,
connected.
and then the middle, yeah,
Yeah, but you need
Orissa
to
MP.
connect. You need to connect both of them because tigers and a lot of other animals are also like they walk a lot of distances, so they need those
Mm,
space to for movements, and that also means there's better genetic diversity due to that. What we spoke about in our last episode. So that movement
mm.
is something that is very essential because tigers are territorial as well, and a lot of tigers then go in search of new territories. And if the fragmented but big populations like big patches can be somehow linked to each other, that would be a better way. Like we
And I
can't
think
be.
the links here, if we link this eastern patch of Maharashtra with the middle of India, it would only need to be a very deliberate pathway, and the animals will follow that. These animals are also like creatures of habit, and I think if we have that secluded, like semi secluded, like the underpasses, paths built for them, I think the animals will take that path, which is being proven. Like, look at this, like, the wall is
Yeah,
in
this
the
is the teen pani one.
Teen Pani, yeah. uh, Heavily the traffic above is heavy, but they have a calm and quiet, and I think it's a yeah, it's a very quaint existence. The animals have their own space, we have their own our own space, and the yeah, the interactions are few and far between. Then that is how it should be. So yeah, this is the Rajaji Driver Reserved director who is pointing out the locations of the underpasses in the tourist map. And yeah, so here there's also a sign in on the particular overpass that there's an elephant crossing down below. It's a nice touch for people to know that elephants may be crossing below, or tigers may be crossing, and we can see the tigers using the underpass beneath National Highway 44, which is India's longest highway. So yeah, look at that. How beautiful is that in broad daylight? And yeah, so India is a fast developing nation, but one of the fastest developing nations, and along with that, we also have the opportunity to be a pioneer in these types of projects, where we are prioritizing, balancing, or not prioritizing, but balancing the human development with the animal needs, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the thing also is that even though India is a fast developing nation, it is also one of the world's most diverse and dense wildlife places. So it
Mm,
has wildlife that can range from all the way to Pallas cat and snow leopards,
mm,
to to the elephants in the south and thars and the
mm.
tigers and the leopards, and you don't find that kind of diversity in one country usually, and not the size of
Cheetahs now
India.
too.
uh, well, that is debatable. It's not like the cheetahs existed, we got them inside. We can't really put them in India's diversity map yet. But yeah, I mean, the great part is that it's one country. It's not one of the biggest countries by land size, and it's
Mm.
still got like amazing wildlife diversity, and
Yeah,
that is
we've
something.
got so many different ecosystems, as you were saying, like arid
Yeah.
ecosystem, desert ecosystems, uh, thick lush forest, evergreen forests, then deciduous forests, and bird species. There are over like 900 species of birds in India, one of the highest after the South American continents. So
Yeah, I think India has like 11 out of 13 climates that exist. So I think they
mm,
have like, yeah, most of the climates. And that is also probably why, like, you have different climates and that cater to different animals. And we have to be really proud of the fact that we are such a wildlife dense country.
mm,
And, it's great to see that this tiger underpasses are there. But at the same time, because the tiger project is very very successful, and it's one of those conservation stories that is talked about across the world, that India is a pioneer in tiger conservation. But at this time now, they're saying that there are too many tigers now for them to handle, and these tigers are approaching human territories because there is only so much space inside the forests, and they need to step out. And this is causing this
and also
human.
human territories present the tigers with easy meals in the form of cattle and things like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I mean, like how you said, they would rather not come in front of humans because they
Hmm.
do not want that conflict. But they're
Yeah.
forced to be in that conflict now, similar to lions in Gir. There's like very limited space for them there. But it's the same, and it's going to be a story similar for that, for tigers. And the reason why we started conserving tigers is that the population was low, and now, if that's going to lead back to low populations again, then I think all of that effort was for nothing. So there has to be newer, I don't know, innovations and newer solutions for this issue, because the tigers also need space. It's not just us.
Hmm. Correct. That is absolutely true. And we have the discussion question. I think we have already answered the discussion question. If tiger success means more human wildlife conflict, is conservation actually winning? And the answer to that is we have to make sure that we reduce the friction as much as possible. Because famously, humans are not very good living with wildlife. We have left that past way, way behind. And yeah, at least urban creatures like us, we are not very good with wildlife, living with wildlife. It's very, very dangerous. And we can be dangerous not only to us, but also to the wildlife. So it's better that we, keep those things separated in a way which does not impede the progress, maybe a little bit but not too much, impede the progress too much, but um, at the same time it also does not impact the animals. Mm.
Yeah, and I think we'll keep you updated on whatever happens on this front and whatever newer solutions are coming up, because I'm really proud of India for bringing back its tigers. At least it's not just one tiger they love all the tigers. But at the same time, things are getting heated, so it is possible that they don't like all the tigers. So let's see how this pans out. We
Hmm.
really need the tigers, and the tigers need us. So yeah, the tigers
Hmm.
actually don't need us, but they just need us so that we can create more forest areas for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.